Happy Friday.
We made it.
Friday.
Yes. Black excellence continues. Thank
Yes.
you for coming.
Always 365. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it. Y'all look good too.
Roy got the Sani water. Okay.
Hey man, I dropped 10 pounds. I'm trying to be fly to the day I die.
I'm with you.
First and foremost, welcome back, Kendrick. I know you've been on suspension for the best mind best behavior, but welcome back.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, listen, the streets wanted them back though. And that's all that matters. Ain't that
Exactly.
right? You know,
Exactly.
The streets been whispering
The
in there.
streets was talking.
It was like Cognac Poppy. Where he at? So
Exactly.
I was the only one
Like
that
I never
said
left.
Free Kendrick.
We want to know
And
what
I-
made
and
made
I
Dave
appreciate you,
Dave
Belinda. I
thinks
really
about
do.
him coming back.
But he came back out the streets. Them streets ain't what they used to be. So
At all.
Right.
At all.
Come on home, baby. Come on home.
At all.
Wait a minute though. Why Kendrick got those dark shades? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Kendrick, it's like that.
Hey,
It's a gradual
he's ready.
transition back.
The spring is here. The spring is here.
Oh,
The
there we
spring-
go. There we
Yes.
go. Yes.
Is that what it is?
He's
Spring?
ready.
Is that what it is?
Ready.
Spring? Gotcha.
Kendrick's reintroducing us to his newfound fame, and
This is my new look. You got to come back. You got to be different. So, I'm kind of revamping myself a little
listen,
bit.
I mean, you're it's an ode to Ray Charles. You know what I'm saying?
it is. But Dwight, you know what I was
He
getting? I was
give me
getting
money.
I was getting Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Oh, yes.
vibe.
Exactly.
He is giving a damn
Congratulations.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
Oh my
You need
goodness.
Yes,
But
good.
Kendrick has those the ones he doesn't have to look at us
Jimmy
directly
Jam
in
look.
the eye.
Right. You can go to Indianapolis.
Hey, Dwight, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Hey, tell them to go ahead and pass around the collection plate like everybody else did.
Hey, listen.
There you go.
Those are
You're in
the
control
brothers
now.
who brought you Can You Stay in the Rain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to New Edition next week.
Yes, we'll be right there, front and center.
Yeah.
Right
Right,
and center
that's
for
right.
the end.
All right.
There you
Okay.
go, Roy. I see you, Roy.
I like it. Let's stay
It
right
don't look-
there. Let's
it
stay
don't
right
look like-
there.
Let's not. We
no.
already saw it. Yeah, we're good.
Let's stay right there. Congratulations to my honey.
Yes, sir.
My influential, powerful Black business leader list for MIA magazine. Love it.
Nice.
Love it.
I know.
Wonderful.
Nice.
That's what's up, Roy.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
we're gonna make you a Dairy County boy yet, boy. Look
No,
at you.
we gonna be rich one day.
Yeah, as my daddy would say, lies and war stories. Lies and war.
There we go.
Oh my
Excellent.
goodness.
Excellent.
Well, according to the producers today, we have one topic and one topic only.
No. We gotta.
Let's dive
Can
in.
we just pivot? Can we just go past that now?
It's so
Oh,
many
goodness.
layers. It's so many layers.
Marcus,
Really
listen,
not.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Goodness.
I had my 3-piece ready. I'm telling you, I'm
There
ready.
you go, boy.
Wow.
Hey, so
Shades,
me
the gloves.
and Dana gonna sit back with that auxiliary.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, we go.
We'll unpack it piece by piece. Piece by
By piece. Here we
piece
go.
by piece.
There's only one piece.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
The Oscar ratings rise with a
Absolutely.
FAMUing at the helm. At the helm.
HBCU.
Yes.
That's
Will
right.
And how do you pronounce her name, Dwight? The partner who produces
Oh,
Shayla.
I apologize. I forgot about the other rattler.
Oh, okay.
in the mix.
All
But
right.
Shayla.
Okay. Well, congratulations to them, Black X.
Yes. Strike
Yes.
again.
Yes.
Get him,
And
Dwight.
then we had
Don't hate, Roy. Don't hate.
we had
No, I said get him, Dwight. I said get him.
Oh, okay.
let's give it up for Terrence J.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yes,
That's time for the Aggies
North
coming through.
Carolina A&T. And
Yes,
then this
wonderful.
is really what took me over. He had Mr. and Mrs. A&T present a trophy. I was
Yeah.
like, wow,
Nice.
Will. I
Very
mean,
nice.
That's beautiful.
yeah,
That's wonderful.
yeah. I mean, how many
I
college
mean,
students can say that they were
yes.
Presenters.
And
Yeah.
the Oscars. Wow.
Like, I hope the
That's
Oscars
amazing.
appreciates that. I mean, to get that kind of a ratings boost, and you know this, Jessica and Roy, for the work that y'all do, to get that kind of boost
Right.
from one year to the next isn't a small feat. And
No.
so I need the Oscars to recognize this isn't some
Hey, Dottie.
let me figure it out later on. They need to give it to Will repeatedly. You know, like they should already have him inked for next year.
Right.
Yeah. Well, here's the
Contract
other thing too,
time.
Dwight. To talk about, to piggyback off what you just said. Regardless of all the different events that went on that night, what I did say was Black culture always wins and rules.
Yeah.
Always,
100%.
and it's from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, it was but
no. Maiden Day.
it was just refreshing to see all of the Black participants and the Black excellence that was being displayed throughout the whole Oscars and everything. And you know, too, for the ratings, I didn't know the ratings went up 56%, but they do need to recognize that, as Dwight said, and know that Black excellence always prevails, and Black excellence will always carry you over.
So with that, congratulations, Will. You did an awesome job.
But I would also say, Jessica, before we get into the main topic, that remember that the Oscars was being shown live. So that means the ratings went up irrespective of the incident.
Correct.
So I don't want folks to conflate the two.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Also, shout out to Brian Short, who designed Will Packer's
Yes.
clothing.
Yes.
Another Aggie.
Another Aggie. He was a fashion stylist for
Nice.
Will Packer. Yeah.
I mean, why didn't y'all let the Hampton chick get on there? I mean, you know. Why y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, you would have to talk to Dwight. He would be the ambassador for FAMU on this panel. No one else on his speak on Will Packer's behalf as to why he made the decisions that he did. But let's talk about the red carpet looks.
Yeah.
The red carpet looks.
Gorgeous.
I think that the Williams sisters were absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Very
as
nice.
they
Very
usually
nice.
but they look really, really nice.
One thing we're gonna do is show out.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
For sure.
Yes. Queen Latifah was beautiful. And what's this other girl's name?
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita.
I wasn't even gonna try to mess her name up.
Lupita.
But all I know is she gave the looks.
Yes, she did.
All the looks.
Listen, Jessica, you better say it, because that's when I knew
It was real.
that it was not staged.
Right.
Okay, when you saw her facial expressions, I was like, oh yeah.
She had a nice
That's it.
match
That's
going
it right there. That's it.
going from side to side. I said,
Like Iris, she wasn't supposed to know.
No, she wasn't supposed to know.
She wasn't supposed to know whether staged or not staged. She wasn't supposed to know.
Them eyes right there. They told it all.
Yes.
But
And
I
then
think she's
nobody knew.
also on the red carpet, I'm not really sure why they pulled this picture of Denzel, because that's not one of the more flattering looks for Denzel. But I do see this Hamptonian over here
Yes.
in that category. One.
Lord.
And member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Yes, she is.
She is. Oh my. Can we go back? Thank you.
Why y'all hating on Wesley?
I mean,
I wasn't ready. You didn't say it.
That's style. That's called style.
Wesley had that Gordon Gartrell. You know, that.
Exactly.
What's Wesley doing?
Wesley had that thing.
Listen, Wesley.
Why y'all hating on Wesley?
Wesley looked like he got
Bad
crack
pipe.
tendencies in that picture. Okay.
I don't know what happened here. What's going on with him?
It could be cancer, you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
We don't know what's going on.
I'd rather say crack than cancer. Damn.
I just want to know if
Why you want to do the brother like that?
How do you perfectly get velvet and silk in the same material? I don't know how you.
Kendrick, talk to us about this outfit.
And then in the stockings. Come on, Kendrick.
Kendrick, come on.
I mean, I didn't pick out the outfit. I mean, he went for something different. I mean, it's a lot of people wearing shorts with the blazers. I mean,
no, but not like that. Not like that.
You don't have
what's wrong with it?
Call it for what it is. Those are
he did something different.
He has on culottes and stockings.
But what about the little apron in the front?
Right. That's why I said it's giving me. I'm about to play a bagpipe. Bagpipe.
No. Listen, he's a bullfighter. Okay?
That's what it looks like. The latest in church usher attire.
I mean, he's giving me strong Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
Love it.
Wow.
So that's what I really received by it.
Yeah, I love it.
Then we had our two not presenters but hosts. Yeah. Two of the three hosts,
which is great.
Regina Hall and Wanda Sykes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sykes.
Sykes.
Excellent.
Yeah. Excellent.
So what about Tiffany?
Oh, Tiffany and the lady from E who tried her.
Yes.
Did you do a little costume change?
I'm not wearing a costume. I'm wearing Dolce & Gabbana. It's called an evening gown, darling. This is not. No one's paying me for this. I paid for it. It's custom. Thank you.
Time of death for me right now. You look gorgeous.
This is not an acting gig. This is my life. This what fame look like. This what success look like. This what money look like. This what it look like. It's what it look like.
When is your book coming out called This What It Looked Like? And I will just read the entire book.
That book's not coming no time soon, but I Curse You With Joy will be out in November.
Okay.
And Layla, the Last Black Unicorn, will be out next month.
You're doing so much right now. Okay.
I'm just, trying to accomplish a lot of things before 50. What are you doing?
Well, I'm wondering something.
You out here with no shoes on, I'm jealous.
No shoes on. Here's the thing. I'm from Chicago.
And you out here with no shoes on?
This is warm weather to me.
I know, it's hot out here to you, right?
Okay.
I appreciate you.
You know I gotta ask you.
You're not uncomfortable in
I'm not, but I gotta ask.
Because you're not wearing no heels. You comfortable in the mud. I'm uncomfortable, but I look good. That's what it looked like.
Would you define tonight as uncomfortable?
No, I would define tonight as a success.
Okay.
It was a great night tonight.
Okay.
This is what it looked like.
This is what it looked like.
Yeah.
This is what it looked like.
This is not a costume. This is my life.
Right.
Slater.
It was the I Curse You With Joy for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't play. Don't play with me.
That's what it was for me.
Yeah.
But when she said this is my time of death right now, yes, that you read it right.
I'm glad you recognized that.
Yes.
All on the floor, lady.
The last time I see something like that was when Tabitha Brown responded.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And unfortunately, Wendy Williams ain't been the same since. So.
I can't, Dwight. I'm with you because I have no LOVE.
Okay, let's come back. We're talking about the Oscars, honey.
Dwight. Why can't he go on a sabbatical?
Dwight. I know.
This is about
Dwight gonna be in the corner next.
The Oscars.
You need to apologize to Dwight.
One more time.
We're gonna just black out, slowly fade his box.
No, you don't. No, you don't, Dwight. You meant what you said, and I stand by you, brother.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Beth.
Beautiful.
So we like the parachute look. We like that.
I do.
I love it.
Gorgeous.
I mean, their look is great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Y'all ain't like Wesley in this monochrome ensemble.
I loved it. I just needed you to explain it.
Kendrick couldn't even explain that.
Okay.
That's the name. That's a monochrome. That's the name of it.
Monochrome.
That was called BS BS clothing line. That's what I was called.
See, the problem is with people in fashion, just because you don't wear it, it doesn't make it fashion, doesn't make it art. That's just like if you look at art, if you look at a painting and you be like, oh yeah, this is hideous. That still don't make it, it's not art.
I just want to know
just
what
because you don't like it doesn't mean it's fashion.
But Kendrick, why you answering like this? Why you answering like this?
Now, boy, look at this. What's
He
going
was.
on? And now he's doing it. Stop.
He was that close, looking like that dude from Leprechaun 3 with the horrible.
Questlove.
Congratulations to Questlove.
Philly stand up. Philly stand up.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But listen, if y'all haven't seen that documentary, definitely go check it out. Summer Soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm mad that his wasn't live though.
Right.
I'm mad about that because
Yeah.
Sam is an icon. I'm mad that Sam's on wasn't live.
Yeah.
I had to watch it on YouTube.
And congratulations to Will Smith and the Williams sisters.
Yeah.
King Richard.
That was a nice tux that Will had on too.
Yes, it is. It's gorgeous.
What is that? What is that white piece on his? What is that?
It's a napkin ring. I believe it's called the
That's
napkin.
that, right. That's from the.
See,
That's
You so retarded.
that's called BS tie ring from the BS clothing line. That's what that is.
It's a nice accessory.
That's some BS Ivory.
It has
you know
a
that.
nice little flair.
It's not BS,
Fashion
Roy.
flair.
It's
I
a
like
rubber
it.
band.
It was
It's not
Andre
BS.
the
It's a
Giant.
rubber band.
Also,
You put a little style in there. You put a little style in it.
Yeah,
Put a
it
little
has
style in
your
there.
own little flair.
No,
So we'll go ahead. Thanks, Basil, and take that mention of Will Smith, not Packard, to our next clip. But I would like. Let me just set this clip up. Let me just set this up. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but the conversation on the slap has been not a menage a trois, but it's not an entanglement, but it's a triangle.
we miss you, Miles.
It's Will Smith, it's Chris Rock, and then it's Will Packard. I'm not really sure if you've been following the news cycles, but it's been those three black men. And Will said this, and Chris said this, and Will said this.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a conspiracy theorist. I'm lying. But I would like for you to just pay closer attention to the three black men that are now the center of this situation. It's the director and the two people involved.
Mhm.
And it boils down to those three and no one else, because the Academy says that they don't have anything to do with any of the things that happened that evening, and that it was up to the production company was hired, to
manage that,
to execute it. Yes, but anyway, thank you, Basil. Just roll the footage.
I think you left out.
Who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith. Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
So the production staff is supposed to intercede?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they said. That was the statement that was put out. Will Packer was interviewed on Good Morning America.
Sounds about white.
So first, let's start it off like this. Who thinks that it was staged?
Initially, I did.
I think it's staged.
I don't know.
Initially, I did as well. I mean, I've come to think the other way, but I think initially,
Yeah.
So
I don't think so now, but yeah.
Those of you who have changed your mind
I don't know.
on it being staged, what made you change your mind?
What made me change my mind was Chris's attempt to continue his monologue for the next 2 or 3 minutes after that, and listening to how he really fumbled and could not articulate his thoughts
That's right.
at that moment. So that's what made me think this was not staged, because he would have been better prepared to continue if it was staged.
He got slapped. I mean, he got slapped. He might have got slapped a little too hard than when they practice it.
As I stated before, I think that the moment that I realized that it wasn't staged was based upon Lupita's facial expressions and the strong language that Will used upon returning to his seat. You know, if it was staged, it would have been a slap. I think he would have went and sat down. That would have been it. You know, people probably would have laughed or whatever. I mean, he would have continued, probably made a joke about it. People would have laughed it off. And as Belinda stated, he would have been able to roll along with it. But him saying what he said and then watching her facial expressions, I was like, oh no, this is real life.
Okay, Dwight, let me ask Ebony this question though. Does stage mean that Chris was a part of it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Rock have to be a part of it if it was something that was going to be staged and predetermined prior to it happening.
But if I may ask this question, do the audience does not know what the host is going to say, right? Like
well, what I was told was that the first group of people that are there in those front rows, they understand that they're sitting there and they will be a part of the scripted material, and that there was a dress rehearsal the day before where Will was able to witness the jokes.
I definitely heard that Chris did not write that joke.
He did not write the joke.
He just delivered it.
Right. Dwight.
Yeah, I think to that end, the notion of the comedy was that the joke in particular didn't warrant the reaction. So staged or not staged, like, you know, I think had it been about the entanglements, had it been, you know, had August Alsina been invoked, like some of the stuff that had been swirling around the couple for months, I could see that warning the reaction. The reaction around the Gian J and 2, and to Chris Rock's point when he said it, it wasn't anything that in itself would make anyone even react. Like it doesn't even make, like, for it to be staged,
right?
It's not even fun. Like, it's not funny in that regard. Like it, like the action and reaction don't match, and so therefore, it made me start to believe, especially after all the commentary that came afterwards, that it's it's some deeper rooted stuff there, and just you know, Will just not being able to really unpack all the Will Smith not being able to, like, honestly deal with some of the issues that he's been dealing with over the last year.
But I think my whole thing was, if you were really offended, why did you laugh at the joke? Because if you first, when he said the joke, they panned the camera on Will, he laughing. But then when they put it on Jada, you saw her reaction, and then he reacted. So if it wasn't funny to you at the beginning, why did you even laugh? Because if somebody says something about Ebony, I don't think it's funny, I'm not gonna sit there and then get up and go slap somebody.
But that's
I'm
what
gonna
I
look
mean.
at you crazy first. And be
but that's what I mean. Kendrick, is like he's been like that's been his reaction, his public facing reaction over all this stuff. Is he's tried to like laugh everything off, right? So here it is. You've been emasculated for a year plus by everybody. You've been a running joke for a year plus, and because you're attached to comedy, that's been your only thing. And now it's like, okay, when is your breaking point? Where is? And I think like we have to ask ourselves, for anybody, when is that straw that's going to break you at any point? And truth of the matter is that could have been it. Like I said, it does. And for me, that's what it was. It's like it didn't match up, but it's like basically somebody acknowledging enough is enough.
Yeah, right,
Barney.
Mrs. Miles.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't show disappointment or disapproval until he saw Jada's facial reaction.
Yeah, that's his wife. I mean, and he knew what she was going through. She know what she was going through. The whole hair thing.
But that's my whole point. So he shouldn't have laughed in the first place.
I know. I mean, as a comedian, they out there. Maybe he's just supporting Chris. Maybe it's a fake laugh. They do that all the time.
Well, he's an actor. Well, I mean, I think
my thing is that when I see from 1997 where he talk about Jada, from 2016 where he talk about Jada, I mean, why is she still your target year after year after year? Yeah. So maybe behind the scenes, Will have went to him and said, like, don't get me wrong, there's no reason to run up there and slap him. You beat him behind stage or whatever. But if I talk you, if you talk to my wife about my wife a couple of times, and I tell you, look, that's enough, and you wait till you get back on the stage and do it again, ain't nobody finna tell me how to react. Like I said, I don't agree with it, but I don't tell no man how to represent his wife when he feel like she's disrespected.
Well, you first of all, say you didn't write the joke, but you agreed to tell the joke.
Yeah, well,
you had to rehearse that, right?
Well, all of a sudden he LD now. I guess he couldn't process it. So,
but I'll say this back to Dwight's point. Whether staged or not staged, there's a lot of deep rooted something that's going on. And what I will say is, Will has to understand that's not his wife.
Well, how do you say that?
Because she's listen. You want me to keep it real jiggy with you?
No, whatever you call her, that's what she is to him.
Well, that's her title, but the reality is
it's people in the streets calling people their kids, and they know them kids ain't theirs. But you better not tell them.
Listen, my point is, you can't make a whole housewife.
But if that's what you want,
that's not his wife. That's my point. If you sharing cootie coo with everybody, it ain't your wife.
If that's what you calling your wife, that's what your wife is.
But that's what I'm saying. He's
calling language.
My point is, Will has to understand. Here's the thing.
This is what I'm saying. You got strippers and prostitutes that are married now.
I understand that, Babu.
And you can't tell that man that ain't their wife.
My point is, he thinks that's his wife. He thinks that's his wife. He's willing to go through lengths, good, bad, or indifferent, to try to prove something to her, which he will probably never be able to prove.
But that's his business, though.
Y'all going
but
deep.
No, it's everybody's business now. We talking about Babu.
Only reason everybody's business, you gotta come to whatever man feel that he is, or whatever man feel that he should do.
She may not be satisfied with you. She's publicly embarrassed you.
I promise.
But I think that this is the thing, though.
I done seen men call men their husband and wife and a kill for.
But that ain't his wife, technically.
No,
if you sharing yourself with everybody else like that and sexually and being that's not your wife.
Look,
here's the big thing,
and that's your opinion, but you can't put your opinion on somebody else's relationship.
Right. But here's the big thing. In his book, he mentioned at 9 years old that his dad beat his mother, and that he could not protect her or do anything because he was 9 years old.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you fast forward to now, 50 plus years old, and he sees a violation.
Mm-hmm.
He sees a violation with the woman who he loves, or with whom he's admired and loved. Now he has the opportunity. He couldn't do it back then, so he's not going to miss this opportunity to do that now. And he's going to make that opportunity to protect her and to do something to make it.
And that's my point. You trying to prove something,
and that's what he was doing. Yeah, he's trying to prove something. But on top of that, that I understand the reaction and I get that point. But you walking up on stage like you a G, and you gonna
Like
walk
a
and say,
tough
"I'm gonna
guy.
handle this like a G." Right, and you ain't. That ain't
But
you.
look who you looking at though. That's what I'm saying. Y'all
Chris
y'all
Rock knew he was
That,
about to get hit. I
listen,
said, look at
open
Haley's about to
hand
get
slap
hit.
is so
that slap was so staged and fake.
But Babu,
Yeah.
Babu, regardless of who you looking at, that ain't you.
but
That ain't
in
you.
that
Like,
in
you
that
ain't no
instance,
G.
it can be
Who
you.
did this?
Listen,
Who did this? I
Look,
love it.
That was some old chivalry slap. Like, I don't know. It just was too.
That
The
was
way he
fake.
did it,
It
it
was
looked like
fake.
Exactly.
wipe off.
It
It
was
looked so
fake.
fake. It wasn't even funny.
Which
Like I
it
said,
was
looked like
more,
a Fresh
it
Prince
was more
that
slap.
ain't
That's
six,
what it looked
it
like.
was more 6 degrees of separation than
It was
Independence
fake.
Day.
And it had
Exactly.
sound
Exactly.
effects.
All Fresh Prince. That's what that
Well,
well,
was.
Shannon Sharp said that slapping is the most
It
disrespectful.
is.
It is.
It
Yeah.
is.
No.
Spitting. I think
Spitting.
spitting is worse.
Spitting is worse than
Spitting is
slapping.
the worst.
Slapping another
Well,
man.
no, I'm
open
talking about
hand
in physical.
is-
In
Physical.
because, yeah, physical.
Yeah, spitting is physical.
Yeah.
slapping
Well,
a man open hand is
you might be able to
Contact
argue
with
that
someone.
that's not really.
Spitting is
Yeah,
I'd rather
talking
get
about
slapped than get
contact.
spit on. I'd
Say
rather
that
get
part.
slapped than get spit on.
Say that
So
part.
I'd rather get neither one
But I'm
because
talking
my
about
reaction
physical
will
contact,
be
though.
my
But I'm
reaction will be
talking about
toxic.
physical contact,
But I have
where
a question.
you are connecting with another person.
Mhm.
You know, they said that the slap is more disrespectful. Now,
Yes.
in physical, now above everything, spitting, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
Charlie Murphy said that when you slap another man, it's time to duel it out.
What were you gonna ask, Belinda?
My question is, if it's staged, what will be the outcome? What's the point? What's the purpose? Like, where does that put us?
So glad you asked.
Thank
feel
you.
sorry for Chris
I'm
Rock and his
so
ticket
glad
sales
you
went up.
asked.
I mean, other than Chris Rock ticket sales going up. I mean,
I'm
come on.
so glad that you asked.
I didn't even know he was still a comedian.
I believe
But that
that
goes back to what you said.
there are levels to understanding. First of all,
Mhm.
the foundation upon which Will and Jada navigate through life.
Mhm.
There's no understanding to that. So I
No
really
rhyme or reason.
I can't even get into why any of that. I can't give a reaction to it
Mhm.
to make sense.
Yeah.
However, on just the fundamentals of Hollywood and the things that happen with celebrity, there are a number of different, we'll just call them cults. We'll call them cults.
Dysfunctional.
Okay.
There are cults
Mhm.
within that level,
Mhm.
and there are things that you have to do to move up to another level within that cult.
Mhm.
I'll cite some examples, and people have been able to skew it towards some sort of mental illness.
Mhm.
You had the Taylor Swift incident.
Swift, yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Kanye jumped on stage. You had a number of things that happened, and they blamed it on Illuminati and pledging.
Mhm.
And if that word is new, then I would just say just Google it, and you'll have feeds and feeds of different things that have happened. My belief is that it was their turn to go up. I believe it was Chris's turn. Oh, and then even in that same thing, there's sacrificial death that happened. I don't really want to get into all of that deep demonic stuff on this show, but I do believe that it was a part of a ritual.
Even
If you look at it from the backside of Jada and Will, if you look at that video footage and how Will is getting up and Jada is just sitting there, Will is cursing Chris out, and then Jada's laughing.
She was laughing. She was laughing.
She's laughing. So there are things that go on in Hollywood that I have witnessed and am a strong believer of, that we who don't live in that lifestyle will ever understand. And it won't make any sense to us.
But I do believe, going back to your original statement about those three gentlemen, the Chris, Wills, and Will that is on the come up to do something bigger, and for them to come together with the director, the three actors, like that. So it's a I believe it's now that it's a setup for something for them to do, so that when they do something, no matter what they do, everybody gonna be there. I mean, Chris.
Can you imagine if all three of them were together doing something?
Right, and that's my point. I mean, his ticket sales were $78. After he got slapped, they $250.
But that lets you know about our society too. Like we love to see that coming of a rising, fall, rise type of comeback story.
Well, no, we like provocateurs, we like sensationalism, we like all the things. But, and I know we can talk about this even longer too. For me, just as somebody who loves Black people, I didn't like any of that configuration really shining or dimming the light over what was ultimately a great night for Black excellence, right? Like,
I was totally disturbed.
Like we got to understand, like Will, like by the time this thing happens, Will's name was in the envelope to be the best actor, right? And this has only happened to 3 Black men in the history of the Academy, right? So it is Will, Denzel, and Sidney Poitier. That's it. That's the list. And so the idea that cultism or whatever, like you would allow yourself to like be a part of that at this moment, like save that for a white production. You know what I'm saying? Like say that for somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at this point, you're going to be invited back to the Academy Awards indefinitely as someone who's won the award. So Will will be has the opportunity to be at every Academy Award moving forward, just like Denzel is and Sidney Poitier before him could be at every award show. So if you wanted to do all that when them hoity-toity white films are being nominated for these Academy Awards, right? Don't do that on the night when Black folks are destined to shine. That's the part that bothers me about the whole episode.
But the problem is
we'll never forget about it. That's for sure.
The problem is, Dwight, if hypothetically speaking, let's just say Jessica is right about that whole theory, right? Then it wouldn't have worked the way it worked if it wasn't us.
Right.
Back there in production. It's us for a reason.
That's why I said Black culture wins.
They got their hand up us and they playing us like a ventriloquist.
But that's the part that bothers me is like to use that moment for a Black triangle or a Black cabal of folks to be part of a grand conspiracy that you now have to participate as a Black person to move ahead in this moment is so like that's some shit you do at a PWI, right? No disrespect.
Hey.
But what I mean by that,
Oscars is a PWI.
No, but there's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, in this moment, it was.
He's saying you did it at the Black Student Union meeting,
right? They were trying to be HBCU that night.
Yeah.
And the thing about this too is that we gonna keep carrying it.
Well,
I'm tired of talking.
Let's call for what it is. Let's call for what it is, Dwight.
I'm with you, TT.
I don't care if it's a Black screen or if it's a white production. That crap should have never happened in the first place. Period. Point.
You're right. But I am leaning towards Jessica little theory. But like I say, it had to be us.
Why it gotta be little though?
Okay, well your huge theory. I forgot you said you are with the conspiracy, and I'm with you. I'm sorry. Your huge theory.
Why did we have to throw an
We say a little bit too before everything.
Well, first of all,
I mean,
Kendrick, because when you say like little something, and then you be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad." I mean, huge. It makes it even small. It makes it sound even smaller. Bro.
That makes it even smaller.
I know. So therefore, I apologize. But it's us sacrificing us, just to look good for them, just to get inside their country clubs to get inside.
People are willing to sacrifice for success.
No,
Right.
I clearly I see it clearly.
But the thing is, we gon' bash us worse than anybody else.
Exactly.
And that's the sad part about it.
It's a cycle.
Like when John Wayne and Clint Eastwood tried to attack the Indian woman.
Yes.
I was enlightened about that.
Charlie Sheen spreading the AIDS
all
like
over.
Wait, I don't know about the first thing you mentioned.
Of course, because nobody talked about it.
Yeah. And what it was, 1973 or something like that.
But they should have. Here's the thing: they should have
tried to
brought
run on
stage
conversation. It was a,
but they're not, because he's a pilgrim.
It should have been mentioned, like, hey,
and she was trying to tell them, the change, how you was treated bad and this and that, and they tried to attack on the stage. They had to be held back by security.
They were being displayed in or portrayed.
Right.
How they were, how things were being portrayed in films, and she was speaking out about it, and supposedly 6 security guards had to hold back John Wayne from getting to the stage.
Well,
but you're not gonna hear about that.
No, because here's the thing. That's why they want John Wayne to feel like he's and those guys are Western heroes, and they're saving us from Native Americans, right? So that's why
the pilgrims
and John Wayne.
Right.
I'm with you, T.
And like I say, Charlie Sheen run around.
Just nasty.
He got AIDS and ain't telling nobody.
And touching on little boys and all that other stuff too.
Yeah. Better say it, baby.
They not finna bash.
But he is.
But us, we gonna keep it rolling.
He was.
He was.
We're gonna keep it rolling.
Underage boys, taking advantage of them.
Kendrick, all I'm gonna say is, Kendrick, when I see you, I keep thinking, I only think of you on 2 occasions.
And like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, do you?
That's what he said earlier.
Listen, TT, I said it. Go ahead and pass around the collection.
He
robbed everybody. They robbed everybody else.
Let me get to what they got.
He's in control. Back.
Well, speaking of artists, I think TT, you said Meg Thee Stallion performed.
I think did Meg Thee Stallion perform? Y'all didn't check it out. Dottie D.
What was that?
Come off of mute and tell me.
That's Meg. That's Meg.
Did Meg perform?
She did.
I don't think did she? Because I know there was.
It was a compilation, and she had she did a rhyme in the middle of it, or what have you.
I just know about the Super Bowl.
Beyonce performed.
At the beginning, she killed it.
Outside, Beyonce was like, "I'm not coming in there performing for y'all. Y'all gonna catch this right here in the middle of Compton."
But did y'all see the meme that was going around about Beyonce always being at those big performances?
Yes.
Something happened when Lil Mama, is that her name? Lil Mama went up on stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
Her career ain't been the same since.
And then when Kanye went up and took he didn't take the
Taylor Swift.
He took the mic from Taylor Swift, and then that night
initiation.
You know what? I was just about to say, you right, Jessica. Like it's starting to come together.
They said Beyonce. They said, I can't believe y'all doing this in front of Beyonce. It was a meme. Like, I can't believe y'all acting like this in front of Beyonce. That's why she don't go places.
Gotta leave. She is like, I am not gonna be here with y'all.
Like, y'all doing too much.
And then when Beyonce did perform, they shut down that tennis court in Compton, where the Williams sisters actually play, and that's where she performed. They did the drone shot and went over it. I thought that was just such a.
She had Blue Ivy dancing at the end of it too.
Yeah,
Blue Ivy was in a
looking
routine.
like tennis balls.
Yeah.
Okay. That was so cute. All the little girls with the little beads in their hair,
looking like them. That song say I can't wipe this black off me if I tried.
I'm telling you, you better say it.
Well, there was like Aveeno, or what was that stuff that we used to put on our skin when we was little?
Ambi.
And then we made them change the formula. Do you remember that? Ambi actually would change your skin color. It would take that blackness off from a scar, and then they made them change the formula. Ambi
trying to look like Ebony Homeboy.
Who that?
Don't.
Cartel. Vibes Cartel.
Vibes Cartel.
Who's that?
And Sammy Sosa.
He's a reggae artist.
Oh, I don't know.
So
I know who Sammy
basically,
Sosa
just to
is.
give
though.
a quick context,
Sammy got that conch in his head,
Jamaica,
too.
that is a huge issue of the bleaching.
Yeah, it is.
And
Did y'all see
Vibes
the?
Cartel is a big reggae dancehall artist, and he like has taken bleaching to the max. Like he was like black like Kendrick shades, and now he's like lighter than me.
What about
he
what
look
about
like Joe Biden?
You think Charlemagne bleached his skin?
He
Charlemagne
did.
had Charlemagne had procedures done in his face for
He
like
did.
dermatological
Lightning cream.
Like
yeah, he
skin
did.
pills.
He has skin
I
pills
would
and stuff like
never,
that. Yeah.
I would never understand why would you want to. I mean, it's to me.
You understand
the melanin,
but
it's something psychological. It's something psychological.
But it comes from wherever you're from, though. It depends on where you are.
What Charlemagne was doing, I think he was getting his skin treated to remove the dark spots off of his face.
Charlemagne has like
the
a
whole
birthmark on
dark
his face.
spot. That's called pigmentation.
He has a I think he has a birthmark on his face or something.
But when you
think it's like
go to a
half of his face.
dermatologist, they just don't do one spot.
Yeah, they're gonna chemical peel your whole face.
Yeah, so that
everything coming off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because I've told Kendrick several times, I'd be like, I need to go to the beach, get some sun. Like
that was me last weekend.
TC, put your hand down.
No, I'm not. Ask the Motkins.
Jessica is like,
it's not about what you can see.
No.
It's her body. Her body is
very light. I was like, I'm about
everything
to put some
under
self-tan
April's
on myself.
from April's ankles to her feet is very
welcome back, Belinda. What is it?
Dwight said my ankles to my feet. No, my legs down are very light because I wear pants.
Too.
My what?
Yeah.
Your arms are.
My arms are, yeah.
Marcus, what you think, Marcus?
Like,
Tell us, Marcus, what you think.
To put it in a different world terminology, April from the neck up is Freddie Brooks. From the neck down, she is
she Whitley Gilbert.
Yeah, Whitley Gilbert. That's it.
I need to get some sun.
Yeah,
I was outside I was standing in the sun, and then Harper would come and stand next to me. I was like, Harper, you gotta move. TT need to get some sun on her legs. Move out the way. Watch out. Let TT get some sun.
You have to put some suntan.
I do. I think I'm gonna have to put some suntan lotion on myself
because
I don't get enough sun.
It's too hot here for you not to take advantage of it. Well, Dwight, you said that you thought that Will was staged, and then you retract that.
I thought he laughed afterwards.
Your ration. He was laughing coming off the stage.
Yes, that's what I said. After he did it,
the stage.
He started laughing.
Yeah, but that was one of them. That was one of them poke my chest side. Yeah.
Is that on that video that we had?
Look, Roy.
Marcus.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Wow. Will Smith.
He had a little smirk on his face.
Did you see it?
Hollywood snack.
Yeah.
It was like
that's all it was, Roy.
Always so uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, every time I see it, it just.
I don't know. Is that just me?
It really infuriates me.
I'm gonna ask you this now. Now they that meme that we looked at about Chris and his. Now, okay, yes, thank you, Basil. You see how Chris is leaning forward,
right?
I'm gonna tell you this. Basil, let's play it one more time. This time I want you to see when Will is approaching him, how Chris gets in a stance. He gets in the stance well before Will comes because I know you guys said it's not staged, but
I felt like it was.
Just go with me and watch.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow.
Sound effect, too.
He didn't lean into it.
He
was just
widened
standing
his
there.
stance, put his arms behind his back, and leaned forward.
And leaned forward and waited for Will to get there.
And that was the reason why I thought it was staged, because I was like, nobody's normal reaction on neither of them had a normal reaction to what happened. If somebody offended you,
but it's also not a normal circumstance either, though, AG.
But if somebody offended you that much, where you got the cojones to walk on stage and slap them,
but this is what I'm saying. I think
turn around and walk off.
What I'm saying is you're putting it in street terms, and what I'm saying is like, so if I say something to somebody and I see them walking across because I insulted them, and I anticipate that a slap is coming, that's a different dynamic than the Academy Awards. You tell a joke. Right. You're not expecting, first of all, Chris Rock, like normally a host doesn't expect people to get up. So when you see somebody walking towards you,
you're not thinking
like,
anything.
You're also not thinking they're about to slap the face up in the mouth either, right? And then when it happens, you also don't have the ability to be like reacting the same. Like, you know, that happens to me outside.
I don't know about that.
Two parts. You didn't add in the fact that Chris leaned in. He leaned in for it. And then two, he never even blocked it. He sees his hand coming up. Natural reaction. If somebody his hand is approaching you, you're doing this.
You're ducking.
I'm not even a combat person, but even a baby. When you're getting ready as a parent, if the child does something, they don't even know that you're coming to spank them. But if they see the hand, it's immediately you're trying to block it. You don't block it, you lean in towards it. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
In real time versus slow mo, like when you still picture it, it looks like there's a lean embrace. And when they showed the real time, it was just like it just happened so all of a sudden. So I don't know. I mean, it's still up in the air.
Right. It was kind of fast. He walked up to him.
He walked away too cool. Because like anything, if you were disrespecting after you slapped me, you would have been like, keep my wife's name out your mouth. You wait till you get back to your seat to do all that.
He looked uncomfortable. He looked uncomfortable when he did it. First of all, let's start there. But second of all, that slap. I'm about to slap. If I'm slapping a dude, I'm not slapping him like this. I'm coming back from
ancestry years.
Hey, Senator.
You doing it from West?
Listen, that's not like
right. West Philadelphia, border.
Right.
Hey, I'm only reason I'm being quiet is because where I worked for 25 years, there's been some crazy circumstances and fights, slappings, roundhouses to the head. People just stood there and kept their tray and kept going. So that's why I say I don't know how anybody gonna react.
But Dana, you gotta understand. You also
you not even give your opinion on this, Dana.
But I'm saying
circumstances. Are you kidding me? You're trying to compare
this is my question
to the Oscars.
If he got, I mean, it's two men fighting as far as I'm concerned, or two men not fighting or whatever.
Dana, you talking about the feds, bro? The feds and the Oscars. You can't compare those. You can't even put those two in the same sentence, Dana.
Dog, is a man, is another man. See, that's
Roy, that was a whole Adam West slap. That's what that reminds me of.
Right.
Oh, Batman.
Hey man, so
all was missing was the pow. That's all was missing.
That's so
like, so when I was in maximum security and security was all around.
But dog, if Chris Rock can put on a dress and lipstick, he can take an open hand slap. Let's move on. Look, this is it. Look, I mean, Dave Chappelle say all their careers blew up once they started dressing like a woman. So he got slapped. He got open hand slapped. He might have been a prostitute back in the day. No, let's go.
Shut up, Dana.
Dana's like, I'm over it now.
I mean, look.
Not a prostitute.
No, Dana, you supposed to do this. I'm over it.
Hey, back in the day, we say, hey, if you can't walk the walk, you better not talk the talk.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for him, not now bit.
I don't either. I don't, especially when he's sitting around and letting pilgrims use the N-word. I definitely don't feel sorry for him.
One time before we go, Dwight. One time before
Dwight felt that.